Jai Hind students, welcome to physics lecture of grade 11. In the last lecture we were discussing about the units. Let's proceed further about the units. Next concept in the units is the multiples and submultiple. All of you know about meter, centimeter, millimeter. We have used in our junior classes also. And we all know that 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 meter is 1000 millimeter. Now, if I want to find how many centimeters are in 1 meter, what I will do? This 100, when it will be shifted to left hand side, it will be 1 by 100. And 1 by 100 can be written as 10 to the power minus 2. So 1 centimeter equals to 10 to the power minus 2 meter. And here 1 millimeter equals to 1 by 1000, and 1 by 1000 means 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Now here there is one word which is common in all the three units, that is meter. So what is centi and what is milli here? Even if you have heard about the kilometer, then what is kilo here? Now all these centi, milli, kilo, they are given the name of multiples and submultiples. Here, if centi is placed before the meter, unit becomes smaller. If milli is placed before the meter, unit becomes smaller. So what we give the name? This centi, milli, they are the submultiple. But if I place kilo before meter, that is if I prefix kilo before meter, what will happen? It become 2000 meter. Its value increased by 100 times. So what we call this prefix? We will call this prefix as the multiple. So if I prefix a multiple before a unit, the value increase, and if I prefix a submultiple before a unit, there is decrease in its value. Now let's discuss the multiples and submultiple. What are various multiples and submultiples? First multiple is deca. It means 10 to the power 1 and symbol is small da. And submultiple corresponding to deca, it is deci. Its symbol is small d. Its value is 10 to the power minus 1. After that, hecto, symbol small h, value 10 to the power 2. And corresponding to this, we are having centi, symbol small c, value 10 to the power minus 2. And after that, kilo, all of us we are familiar about kilo. For example, kilogram, 1 kilogram means 1000 gram. And kilo, its symbol is small k, not capital K. Its value is 10 to the power 3. And corresponding to this, we are having milli, its symbol small m, and value 10 to the power minus 3. And after that, mega, symbol capital M, value 10 to the power 3. And corresponding to mega, we are having micro, its symbol mu, and its value 10 to the power minus 6. And giga, its value 10 to the power 9, symbol capital G. And corresponding to this giga, we are having nano, its symbol small m, value 10 to the power minus 9. And tera, symbol capital T, its value 10 to the power 12. And corresponding to this tera, we are having pico, its symbol small p, and its value is 10 to the power minus 12. Now after this, we are having more units, and in multiples we are having peta, symbol capital P, value 10 to the power 15. Here we are having femto, its symbol is small f, value 10 to the power minus 15. And next is exa, its symbol is capital E, value 10 to the power 18. And here we are having atto 10 to the power minus 18, symbol small a, 10 to the power minus 18. And there are further submultiples. They are zeta, symbol capital Z, value 10 to the power 21. and corresponding to this we are having Zepto, symbol small z, value 10 to the power minus 21, and here in multiples we are having Yota, symbol capital Y, value 10 to the power 24, and here we are having Yocto, symbol small y, and its value 10 to the power minus 24. So what this is a table of multiples and sub multiples. Now after this was about the unit, how we can use a unit. For example, if you want to go to market to purchase sugar, you say I need 2000 gram of sugar, it definitely appears very odd. So instead of that, if we use 2 kilogram of sugar, that's fine. So similarly, if we talk about the power of a thermal power plant, we know that in thermal power plant the power produced by it is in terms of the megawatt. So if somebody says that it produces a power of 55 crore units, then what does it mean? It means that it appears very odd. So instead of that, if we say that its power is say 50 megawatt, it sounds good. So this is the concept of the multiples and some multiple. Next is some practical units. We are also using, there are some practical units. In practical units, first of all, we will do the microcosm units. Microcosm units. What are the microcosm units? These are the units which are used to measure small lengths. So what are the small lengths that can be measured? So first of all, we will start with 1 micron. First unit is 1 micron. 1 micron you can represent it by mu. It can be 10 to the power minus 6 meter, or it can be also written as 1 micrometer is 10 to the power minus 6 meter, because here micro means 10 to the power 6. If I put meter after micro, what it will be? It will be 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Now after that we are having nanometer. All of you are familiar with the nanometer. We have representing the wavelength of the light in nanometer, and nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And after nanometer there is a unit, this is called the angstrom. It is represented by A node, and its value is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. And in terms of angstrom, what we use, what we do, we used to write atomic radius in terms of the angstrom. And there are further units we can say is picometer. It is 10 to the power minus 12 meter. And there is a unit which is called the Fermi, or it is also called the femtometer. Its value is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. And whenever we are talking about the nuclear size or the radius of nucleus, we express in terms of the Fermi. So all these units are the say microcosm units. Now come to the macrocosm units. Macrocosm units are those units which are used to express very large distances. We will discuss one by one macrocosm units of distance. All of us have done The first macrocosm unit is astronomical unit. Astronomical unit. What is astronomical unit? Astronomical unit is the mean distance between sun and the earth, because the distance between earth and sun, it keeps on changing. So we can say mean or the average distance between earth and the sun. If this is the earth and this is the sun, then this average distance is called the astronomical unit. And astronomical unit is represented by AU, and one astronomical unit is equal to 14.96 into 10 to the power 10 meter, or approximately it can be also written as 15 into 10 to the power 10 meter. And the second unit is the light year. Light year has the name of the unit. It suggests that light year, it appears that it's a unit of time because it is containing year. No, but actually it is a unit of the distance. So how we can define the term light year? Light year, this the term itself is a definition. So how can we say? It is the distance covered by light in 1 year in vacuum. So how much distance light is covering in 1 year in vacuum? That distance is equal to the light year. So how can we find the light year? And we know that there is a formula: distance equals to speed multiplied by the time. So what is the speed? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And what is the time here? Time here is 1 year. Since the speed is in meter per second, time is in year. So what we will do? We will also convert 1 year into second. So how we can convert 1 year into second? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And how many days are in 1 year? 365.25 days in 1 year. Now let's convert these days into the second. 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second multiplied by 365.25. And how many hours are in 1 day? 24 hours. So I can write it as 24 hours. So let's convert it into the second. 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And we know that there are 3600 second in this. Second is cancelled from this. So how much we will get? We will get a value of 9.461 into 10 to the power 15 meter. So this is the value of a light year. And third unit is the parsec. What is the parsec? Before explaining the term parsec, I would like to tell you something about the angle. Listen everyone, let us say this is a circle and this is the center of circle. Let us say this arc AB, it subtends an angle theta on its center. Theta pe this angle is center. So what is this theta? Theta can be defined as arc upon radius. This radius is r. So theta can be defined as ratio of arc to radius. And whatsoever the value of this theta, this value, it will be in terms of radian. For example, if I am having this is, let us say this is the arc. Now let us say I'm talking about this arc. This is the AB. Now, this angle it appears to be 90 degree. How we can say that theta will be from this? Let's check it out. Theta it equals to arc upon radius. Can you tell me what is the length of this arc? Whole length is 2 pi r, and this is the 1/4 of the whole length, that is the 1/4 of the circumference. So how much this will be? Whole is 2 pi r, 1/4 is pi r by 2. So this is pi r by 2, and what is its radius? Radius is r. So how much angle will be this? This will be the say pi by 2 radian. And we know that this pi by, you have done in 10th class also, that pi radian is equal to 180 degree, right? So therefore 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. Further, if I talk about the degree, in 1 degree there are 60 minutes. How this minute is represented? This is how the minute is represented. And in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So we can say 1 degree is equal to 3600 second. Now let's define parsec. Now look how we can define the parsec. Let us say this is a circle and this is an arc. If I say the length of this arc is 1 astronomical unit and it is subtending an angle of 1 second. What is 1 second? It is the 3600th part of 1 degree. Then the radius of this circle is called parsec. So how we can define the parsec? 1 parsec is defined as the radius of circle in which an arc of 1 astronomical unit subtends an angle of 1 second at the center of the circle. So I can say 1 parsec is radius. So what is the full form of parsec? Full form of parsec is parallatic second, P-A-R-A, parallatic second. So this is the full form of the parsec. Now how we can find out the value of the parsec? Parsec is the radius. We know that theta it equals to arc upon radius. And how much is the angle? Angle is 1 second. And what is the value of parsec? Arc, 1 astronomical unit. This radius we have to find, so I can say radius equals to 1 astronomical unit divided by 1 second. And what is 1 astronomical unit? 14.96 into 10 to the power 10 meter. And what is 1 second? 1 second means 1 upon 3600 degrees. All of you know, because 1 degree 60 minutes and 1 minute 60 seconds, so 1 degree is 3600 second. Now my target is to convert this degree into radian. So how we can convert degree into radian? By multiplying it with pi by 80. 1 upon 3600. Let me convert it into radian, pi by 80 radian. Now what we do? We do our calculations. 14.96 into 10 to the power 10. These are the denominator, so they will be shifted into numerator. 3600 into 180 divided by pi. And what is the value of the pi? 22 by 7 or 3.10 to the power 10, 3600 into 180 divided by 22 by 7. What we will get? We will get the answer of 30.84 into 10 to the power 15 meter. So what this is the say? This is the value of the say parsec. Next is, what is relation between astronomical unit, light year and the parsec? We know that one astronomical unit is 14.96 10 to the power 10 meter. And what is one parsec? Okay, one light year. One light year, Ly is a symbol of light year. This is, how much is this? This is 9.461 10 to the power 15 meter. Now divide them. Once you divide them, you will get 1 light year is equal to 63,000 astronomical unit. And second point is that, what is relation between light year and parsec? 1 light year is 9.461 10 to the power 15 meter. And what is 1 parsec? 1 parsec is 30.84 into 10 to the power 15 meter. Now divide them, you will get 1 parsec is equal to 3.26 light years. Now after that, there are some units which are used in our day-to-day life. What are those units? We have also done those units in our junior classes also. Now 1 kilometer, it is 1000 meter. 1 mile, all of you know, it is 1.609 kilometer, and approximately you can also write it as 1.6 kilometer. And you might have heard about the foot. 1 foot, it is 12 inches. And what is 1 inch? 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. You might have seen that 6 inch of your scale, it is roughly equal to 15 centimeter. So 1 inch, it is 2.54 centimeter. And you might have also heard a unit that is called the yard. What is 1 yard? 1 yard is 36 inches, that is, it is 3 feet. And one more unit that you might have read in the news, 1 nautical mile. I think you have heard about this unit. Whenever we are talking about the naval distances, that is the distances which are measured in the sea, 1 nautical mile. This nautical mile is equal to 1.151 mile. If you want to convert it into kilometer, multiplied by the 1.6, so how much you will get? You will get 1.852 kilometer. So these are the units of length or distances that we are using in our day-to-day life. Next is units of area. All of us know that SI unit of area is meter square. But whenever we are talking about the small units, for example, if I want to express the size of the nucleus, then 1 barren is one of that unit. And what is 1 baren? It is the area of a square whose one side is 10 femtometer. So what will be its area square? So how much this will be? And what is 1 femtometer? 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So when you will do this, it will be 10 to the power minus 28 meter square. And this is used to find the nuclear cross-sectional area. And for larger areas, we are having a unit that is called 1R. What is 1R? It is the area of a square whose side is 1 decameter. And what is 1 decameter? 10 meter square. So 100 meter square is 1R. There is a unit you might have heard in the news, hectare. What is hectare? Hectare, what does this hectare means? Hectare, it is the area of a square whose each side is 1 hectometer. And what is 1 hectometer? It is 10 to the power 2 meter square, 10 to the power 4 meter square. So you can say 10,000 meter square is the unit. And one another unit that you are using in your day-to-day life, especially for the agriculturist, what is that unit? That unit is acre or killa in Haryana. So what is 1 acre? 1 acre is 4047 meter square. Right? So what these are the these are the units of the area. Next is units of the mass. The biggest practical unit of the mass is CSL, that is Chandrasekhar limit. And Chandrasekhar limit is equal to 1.4 times the mass of sun. And mass of sun is approximately 2 into 10 to the power 30 kilogram. So multiply it with by the 1.4. So this is 1 CSR. This is the biggest practical unit of the mass, that is the Chandrasekhar limit. Now after that you have heard the mass like 1 ton, it is 1000 kilogram. You have heard 1 quintal, it is, how much is this? This is 100 kilogram. 1 man, 40 kilogram. 1 dhadi, 5 kilogram. And let's move to other unit that you are using for your birthday cakes. 1 pound. What is the symbol of pound? LB is the symbol of the pound, and it is 453.6 gram. After 1 pound we are having slug. 1 slug is 14.59 kilogram. And after that there is how you can convert pound into ounce. And in 1 pound there are 16 ounce. Where you use the unit ounce? Whenever you want to purchase wool, 1 bundle of wool, they measure in terms of the ounce. So they charge on the unit of the ounce. And there is also 1 unit that you have used in the jewelry shop, that is carat. So 1 carat, this is 200 milligram. And in atomic chemistry you might have heard about this unit, atomic mass unit or unified mass unit. It is 1.66 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram. In atomic mass unit, what do you represent? We represent the mass of a atom. Next is time. What are the units of the time? Listen, if I say 1 day, that is 1 day, it is 24 hours. If you want to convert into the second, it will be 86,400 seconds. What is 1 day? 1 day is the distance covered. No. What is 1 day? 1 day is the time taken by Earth to complete one revolution about its axis. Then 1 year, time taken by Earth to complete one revolution around the Sun, and it is approximately equal to 365.25 days, because 1 year is the 1 day is extra in a leap year. So when you will convert it into the second, it will be 3.156 10 to the power 7 second, right? And the smallest unit of the time is the shake, and one shake is 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. Now, there is a convention for writing a unit. It is very, very important. Convention for writing a unit. How do we write a unit? Listen, students, unit is never written in plural. First point, it is never plural. If I say force is 100 newtons, this is incorrect. So what is force? It is always 100 newton. Second point is that a unit never start with the capital letter. For example, even it is named after the name of a scientist. For example, SI, unit of force is 100 newton. If you say that SI unit of force is 100 newton, it is incorrect. This one is incorrect because it is starting with capital N. So whenever we are writing a unit, it has to be written in capital letters. Clear? And after this, whenever we are writing the symbol of a unit, it starts with capital letter if it is named after a scientist. If I say force is 100 newton, capital N, because symbol of Newton is N. If I say frequency was 2 lakh hertz, then H should be capital, Z is small, because hertz was also a name of scientist. If I say length is 100 meter, it is small m, it can never be capital M. If you say this is capital M, it will be wrong. Length should be, because meter is not a name of scientist. Fourth point is that special symbols, punctuations, they are not allowed. Commas are not allowed. If I say volume is 100 cc, it's correct. But if you say volume is 100 c dot c, it's wrong, because these full stops, commas, they are not allowed. I think these are the rules for writing a unit. And one more thing is that you can say that it is also a rule. What is that? If I say that there is a unit, what is that unit? That unit is 1 Newton per second per meter square. It's correct, but if you write 1 Newton per second per meter square, this is incorrect. So this is the proper way of writing this. So that's all for today. I will give you an assignment based on this. Thank you and have a nice day.